My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana. And today the topic is going to be about the have and the have-nots. We're going to talk a little bit about capitalism. I've been on this earth for 38 years, and within the previous year, I've learned so much about life. And one of the things that I learned is it's designed for the have and the have-nots. It's designed for 10% of the people to win, and for 90% of the people to work for the people that's going to win. And if you don't understand that that's the way that this world is set up, you're going to be in for a world of trouble. You have to understand that that's the way that this is set up. Now, when you start to understand that, what you start to recognize is there's things that you can do, that you can work your way from being at the very bottom, start slowly working your way to get to the top. And one of the things is you have to understand how important capital is. You have to understand how important accumulating wealth is. Income and wealth, there's two different things. You have to figure out a way to accumulate wealth. Wealth is when your money is making money for you. Income is when you work to make your money. So you have to figure out which one or what game do you want to play in that's going to take you to the next level. Now, the best way to do that, you have to learn about capitalism. And capitalism is so important because the thing about capitalism is this. There's three different ways that you can really get to the next level with it. The first thing is about starting your own business. You can get out here and create a business. You can create it from nothing. You can work, you can grind, you can bust your butt in order for you to get to the next level. Now, the second option that you have is that you can partner up with someone. You can start your own, you can, my fault, not start your own, but you can be part of a franchise where you can work and be a partner with a company that's building its way to get to the top. The third thing that you have at the end of the day is that you can start investing in the stock market. You can invest in other companies and let those companies work for you, and you can be a small percentage of an owner in these companies. You have to figure out which one that you're going to do in order for you to get to the next level. Because whether you have a high school diploma, no high school diploma, college degree, you have to understand that you have to play this game of capitalism in order for you to get to the next level. And what I mean by this is this. Let's say that you're only making, let's say a person making $70, $80, $100,000 a year, but they don't understand the game of capitalism. They'll pretty much have to work their entire life in order to support themselves. But if you understand the game of capitalism and you understand I have to find a way to make my money make money for me, now you put yourself in a different class. You put yourself in a different position that you can get out here and accumulate capital, accumulate wealth. The way that America is set up, it's set up in a way that you can come from a family of poverty and you can accumulate wealth. In most other countries, if you're born poor, you're going to die poor. If you're born rich, you're going to die rich. That's the way that most countries are set up, but America's a little bit different. You have an opportunity to come from nothing and make something of yourself. So you have to sit there and ask yourself, am I going to play this game? Or am I not going to understand and figure out the game of capitalism so I can put myself in a position to get to another level? Now, in America, there's a lot of people that abuse capitalism, and it can be abused. Now, I'm all for capitalism. I'm not about abusing capitalism, but I'm all for it. I think we have to, as black men and women, we have to get to a point of understanding that we have to start elevating and we have to start putting ourselves in a position that we get our money to make money for us. Because one thing about our culture, we have a culture where it's designed about looking rich instead of becoming rich and becoming wealthy. So what we'll do, we'll take our money and we'll spend it on the fancy car. We'll buy the Vet, we'll buy the Camaro, we'll buy the Charger, we'll buy the Challenger, we'll buy the Mercedes, we'll buy the Cadillac Escalade. We'll buy these cars right? And when we do that, guess what we're doing? We're participating in capitalism for the person that owns these companies. Now, if at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is spend and look rich, yeah, you look rich, but those people are becoming wealthier and wealthier. Why? Because you're participating in it, but you're participating on the wrong side of it. So you have to figure out what you're going to do. And then we'll sit there and we spend the extra money on the Louis Vuitton, on the Gucci, on all the expensive items. And there's nothing wrong with spending the money on the expensive items, but once you take some of your money and invest in those items as well. Sit there and tell yourself, hey, okay then, well, if I'm going to buy Louis Vuitton, how about I invest in that? If I'm going to buy Jordans, how about I invest in that? If I'm going to invest in cars, if I'm going to buy a car, how about I invest in the company that makes and produces those vehicles? We have to get to a point that we start understanding, are we going to keep being part of the have-nots, or are we going to start becoming a part of the haves? When did we get to a point of finding a way to turn a dollar into two? When did we get to a point of working with one another so that we can build something together? Because let's say you have a company and I have a company. How about we work together at the end of the day so I can help promote your company, you can help promote my company. I can get you more business, you can get me more business. See, that's the great thing about capitalism. When people work together, they make more money. That's why if you ever pay attention, the rich get richer. You know why? Because they're friends with another person that's rich. But when you look at the environment that most blacks come from, we don't think that way. So what do? We'll look at people and say, oh man, he got an extra dollar in me. So now we have to knock that person. We have to go against that person. So now what happened? Our business don't grow. And then the people that we're trying to knock, their business don't grow because they're trying to knock me. They're trying to go back and forth against me. Now understanding that we work together, we can turn dollars into two. So we got to get to a point of understanding this game called capitalism and start participating in it and become a part of the have instead of being a have-not. My name is Sidney Combs. I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar and a dream. And I would like for everyone to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.